My name is O'Brien. My mom, she was a single parent. We all grew up in a one-family home. Me, my grandparents, my mom, my brother, my two cousins. We protected each other. And I was about the only girl, and it was kind of hard. Grew up as a tomboy. Never really was into Barbies. Once Halloween came, we dressed it all up as Power Rangers. That was one of our favorite things to do. We grew up as a pack. Since I was the only girl, I was shielded, protected. Caused some trouble in my life, but protected. The year that I was in the 10th grade, I found out I was pregnant. The government was shutting down. March 13th, 2020 was the day that my dreams, my plan went downhill. Calling my mom, letting her know, it was scary. And when it came down to it and I had to tell my mom, I went to the teacher who helped me throughout my whole high school. And she helped me tell my mom. And my mom, she was understanding. She supported me through my whole pregnancy. It was hilarious. It was fun. It was the shortest 5 months I ever had. The motivation I had to graduate high school was my daughter. After I had her, it was like, okay, I got through the hard part. Now, let's see if I can get through this other obstacle God done put in front of me. It was hard. Having to deal with not just the stress of schoolwork, but the stress of being a mom. In my head, I was scared because I felt like I wasn't gonna make it. My 11th grade year was the hardest out of them all. When I found out that I was gonna be a senior, it was like God gave me this prayer. He listened, He answered. If you had a loved one who really cared, who was there for you, then that's what you should run it for. And that's where my daughter came into my perspective. She was all I had. I wanted to do everything, become a nurse for her. That was my dream. That was my plan after high school, was to go to college, become a surgical nurse. My mom never got to do her dreams, never got to fight for what she wanted to do. So I felt that it was in my responsibility, my courage, my mindset to live on past of what my mom accomplished, to make my mom proud. When I saw my mom after getting my diploma, it made me realize I did this for her. When I graduated from high school, my plan went out the window. That's when my depression took over and I couldn't take it anymore. I had a few people who believed in me. My mom, she didn't know what was going on. I kept it all under wraps. In our family, mental health is not a thing, and it's just stress, and you can get over it. Take a Tylenol, but it didn't get better. My teacher from high school, Miss Black, she chased me down and asked me to hang out with her for an hour. That's when I knew I couldn't run anymore. So we took a ride and we came down to CityLink. I signed myself up for an informational session.
O'Brien and I first met in a goal session, and when I asked what she wanted to do for her career, she started off telling me that she wanted to be a nurse. And so I told her about the UC Health Training Program to train you as a patient care assistant. A PCA is a critical part of a medical team.
What we do are take care of the patient, make sure they're clean, make sure if they need anything, you're there for them. It's how I would treat my family. Growing up, I was the caretaker to my siblings. So caretaking came to me naturally. And it made me who I am today. When I first met with my service coordinator, Emily, she was the brightest. I always had a smile on her face. Even when I was crying, she still made me laugh. Before the class even started, Emily was there for me because I was going through a very hard time. And I didn't feel that I was good enough. The training that I went through, it was very educational. I'm more of a visual learner, so the things that I see helps me understand it more. Coming out of the program, graduating it, I felt like I can do it. At my time here in the training, I was able to bring my daughter. She was in the Learning Growth program. My daughter was able to meet new people, kids her age, learn things. Like now, she's 3 years old, going on 4, and she already knows how to count to 20. I was able to get support on diapers for my daughter. It was, to be honest, loving. It was like I never had to stress about a certain thing, knowing that I could just come down here and ask for it. They made me believe now that you do not need a college education to become someone, to become something, to create something in this world. I've been at Daniel Drake Center with UC Health since August the 7th of 2023. The thing I love most about my job is my patients. They bring me joy. In training, it was getting close to the end, and our coordinators had us write a little note to ourselves. I still have it. This is the note that I made here while we were in training. It says, "Dear O'Brien, you made it through the hard part. Keep it up. You got it. Remember, Nazi needs you. Don't give up. When it gets hard, go through it." And this note stays in the back of my mind all the time. I keep it in my wallet. It's like a little promise to myself, a little reminder that I can do anything I put my mind to.